Hi everyone and welcome to Culture of Paint. We're going to take a look at what's been going on in the last few weeks in the miniatures painting world, a couple of our favourite picks, the news and all that sort of good stuff. Now, Culture of Paint is aimed at a mature audience, so we might use explicit language and discuss adult themes. So let's talk about paint. Okay, we're back in, and just realised I'm in a really squeaky chair as well, so that's going to be fantastic for the recording. I got rid of the massive gamer chair the other week.
Yeah, I'm going to change chairs.
I think I'm either going to pop on Marketplace and get some big old leather-bound, leather chonky lazy boy type thing.
A drum stool that I've had for like 20 years. Rock and sock because it was really expensive.
Nice. I used the tattoo artist stool for a few years. It was really good. It's like a saddle stool, they're called.
Yeah.
That was really comfy, but no, I need something with a back on it, and this
has a back on it, and it really forces me to kind of like sit upright because you can't slouch on it.
Is it just your lower back bit, right? It's about that.
Yeah, so nice. In the lower back, it's great.
Lovely. Well, that was a good tangent. Kick things off with. So, yes, how are we doing, boys? Matt and Andy are joining me if any of you are new to the podcast. And if you're watching this back on YouTube, you'll be watching it on the Culture of Paint channel, which is great, which is a channel we attempted to launch a couple of years ago. May have been slightly ahead of the curve with that, but now seems to be the right place to keep all the podcasty stuff. And if you look back through, I think I'm nearly finished with season 2. All the uploads are done for that. So you've got season 1 and season 2 in there. And obviously you'll get season 3. You'll get the cult catch up. So we did as well. Be uploading to there over the next few weeks. Just do a couple a day on there. We could do a whole episode on chairs. We could, Rex. In fact, and if you hear us talking to people, that's because the Twitch chat are watching us live. So thanks to you guys in there. We got an email the other day from some random Chinese company saying, do we want a chair? And I just get suspicious. So I said, no, thank you. Delete. But actually could have done with a new chair. So
just send your bank details and we'll send you a chair.
It'll be fun. Thing is, it'll be like those pictures where it's I bought a dog bed. No, not even be the dog bed. It'll be that clipboard I bought for MPO that was like Sylvanian family size. Because I just went off the photo and didn't think to read it. But no, we're good. So chat's all working. Yeah, if you watch this back on the Culture Paint YouTube channel, welcome. That'll be the place now to catch up on anything we do, like the podcasts or anything to do really around the hobby that isn't a tutorial you'll find on the Culture Paint channel. So you might even get things like reviews and stuff on there in the future as well. But if you do ever want to catch any of this stuff live, then jump over onto Twitch and join us, and you'll obviously get the pure unedited goodness that is us attempting to live stream. If we get an email from Vigo Star about spray painting booze, accept. Okay, thank you, Todd. We'll do.
Who?
We need more junk in my house. Vigo Star. Oh, are these like double-sized ones that I've seen? They're like the ones we've had for years, but they're sort of just bigger. Be interesting.
I thought you just breathed it all in. Job done.
I need to drill through the wall and fit a proper extractor, I think. Hi, Seb. First time chat. Welcome. And yeah, guys, if you're subbing on here, remember, if you're an Amazon subscriber, you get a free Twitch sub every month. You just need to activate it manually each month. It doesn't roll over. YOLO Swaggins asks if you're planning to do a stream based around the music of 40k, and more specifically Bolt Thrower. Very good.
Oh.
Behind the curtain, that is my best mate of about 30 odd years there. I got him the Bolt Thrower cassettes that came out the other year for his 40th recently. Music of 40k is a good gaming music. That's a good one to paint to. That Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
There's some music of 40k.
Could it
Orcs.
Oh.
It's the art of perception. It's basically really dark German trance. It's very weird.
Sounds incredible. What's it called?
It's called Art of Perception. It's like a licensed Games Workshop music that they did in like the 90s, but it is freaky.
This sounds incredible. Right, we'll put a link down. I'm going to stick that on later.
I went into a weird trance club in Germany once. So I didn't stay long. It was so weird. But like Basically, it was like, this is, go and look at this. This is mental. I walked in and I was like, I felt like I was in a Blade movie.
Oh, nice.
They're all in leather.
It was not my scene at all. I wasn't dressed correctly either. I found
All
out.
got a bit Dark Eldar, a bit quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, dear.
So, what do we normally start this off with? Picks. That's it. Cult picks. So just things that have caught our eye really the last few weeks. And
Oh, I've
this
got
is
one as well. But
a
I didn't
few
give
weeks ago. Well, you'll have to describe it. You'll have to do like what's the word? Not charades. Whatever the other one is. Pictionary. And this is one I'd wanted to talk about ages ago when he actually did it, and since he's done a couple more amazing ones. And this is Magnus, who we feature quite often, actually, over the years. As an artist, we really enjoy the work of. But I just saw this piece from him a few weeks back, and yeah, just I don't know, man.
It's
Gets
quite a
it.
big scale, isn't it?
It's well, and also I think a lot of the stuff I often see Magnus do is more of the like military, I guess traditional scale model stuff, right?
He does more historical busts.
yeah.
But he still does some fantasy, but it's nice to see him do a fantasy pieces.
Absolutely. Well, and a couple of fantasy pieces, right? So he did. There's a couple of busts he's done, and this one of my favourites. This zombie Spider-Man one as well. But I think what I really like about Magnus is his very identifiable work. Like if you see a piece, you're like, oh yeah, that's Magnus. And I do like that with artists. I do think that's quite a cool thing to have.
Could you imagine Spider-Man actually being a zombie?
I might
How
watch
terrifying would that be?
Isn't it a new TV show, Marvel Zombies?
Oh, I didn't know.
No idea.
Yeah, so I think it's a new TV show, and I
Right.
won't be watching it because I don't like Marvel and I don't like zombies. But I think it's called Marvel Zombies.
Zombies are good. I just don't like the 28 days later ones that run like
The quick
Usain
ones.
Bolt.
Yeah.
They're slow. It's fine.
Spider-Man's zombie would be quick, mind.
Yeah, it'd be terrifying.
This one would be rubbish. They haven't got any arms. But I think going back to the other piece, it reminded me of. Do you remember a few years ago, Mark Masklands did that piece that was like an oil painting of a sailor,
Pirate,
and a mermaid. Just kind of reminded me of that, and yeah. So that was my pick, and I'm glad I got. Even if it's a few weeks late, I just wanted to identify it because it's. I don't know about you guys, but I felt like it's been a little bit quiet. Not super quiet, but I just. Maybe there's always a slight lull in summer. I'm not sure.
It's about to be very loud.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it the calm before the storm? Because we've got obviously SMC's been this weekend just gone. We've got GD at Spiel this coming weekend, which I'm sure Andy isn't feverishly currently trying to paint for.
I'm nearly done though.
Yeah.
I've actually I couldn't enter it yet. It will be finished. It's just how good it'll be. I'm just repainting something I did yesterday at the moment, so there you go.
Good. So yeah, I think not tons of stuff has been jumping out, but I asked Matt for a pick and he didn't give me one, and then I thought back to about a week ago. I got a message from him, really excited about something, and this was a real shame because I really liked Matt, and then he sent me a message saying how incredible and amazing and excited he was about this piece.
I mean,
I think he shared it, and I was like, "Why are you sharing this piece of junk?"
I like it.
But Matt, they made this instead of a good model.
I know, but
Like they could think of all the characters that need redoing.
it's just like sometimes you just have to be abused, and the grot every year is the abuse I'm willing to accept.
That's it. That's your. I think a lot of us have an abusive relationship, don't they, with Games Workshop, and this is yours, eh?
Yeah, I have them all. They'll never come out of the boxes.
I literally could not give it away last year. So this morning, obviously, I was doing the slides for this, and I didn't realise it was what it was because I couldn't understand. I was like, "Why is his head really wonky? Like, what's going on?" And then I was like, "Oh, he's leaning out." And now I can see it. There's Santa's head and all the rest of it.
The mustache, yeah, the metal mustache.
Yeah. So I'll try to be more understanding. What is it you think so awesome about this, Matt, and why do you love it? And anybody in the chat, are you going to back that up here?
It's just funny. It's just
What's funny about it?
I don't know. It's just I just like the comedy value of it every year.
Now, I mean,
it's better than a constant Primaris Lieutenants.
Well, yeah, don't worry about that. They've got you covered this week.
Lieutenant Matthew.
Right.
Lieutenants.
Come on.
It's about 4 million different Blue Space Marines, I believe, this week. Someone's saying in the chat, Grey Knights don't need anything. Give us more red gobbos. Yeah, I love it. Dungeon Drudges, how bud. Dawnlight, sorry if this has been repeated. Any update on the the super heavies? Yes, absolutely. So we'll sort of jump into that when we're talking about what's going on with us at the minute with the Kickstarters. But yes, the super heavy challenge will be starting in the next week. But I'll talk to you more about that in a little bit. The whimsy of a goblin bringing cheer and joy to the grimdark.
But do you know what the irony of this is? All of the models that need redoing, they're blatantly done. They're just choosing to push this out.
So, I mean, I love the first Red Gobbo we got in Gorka Morka. Love that. Big fan. Super cool idea. Grot Rebellion. Loving it. And I think we spoke about this on past podcasts. I don't have an issue with like silly one-offs. It's just more, I don't know, Matt. Like, I know you love Grots, and I know that I stop being mean. What I do love is the fact that it's a rump bot. And rump bots get me moist. So this one came out 20 years ago, probably. No, not 20. Over 10 years ago, this one came out. This was a Forge World show only rump bot. Absolutely incredible. Got him in a bag back over there one day. This is that era when Forge World did all those incredible like Orc vehicles and the Grot tanks, which see very close to your heart. And then going back to one of my very first models ever, which I bought off my mate's big brother, was this runt bot, who I still have in a box somewhere. And it was the first and one of the last times I ever attempted to freehand checks on a model. Did him as a little goth orc runt bot.
Nice.
But yeah, so you will be painting up the Red Gobbo for Christmas, yeah?
No. It literally, I'll just get it and stick it in the drawer, and then in 20 years' time, chuck it on eBay.
Good lad. Good hoarding.
Like,
top hoarding.
I did that with Harry the Hammer. So I have a... And that's quite actually old now, isn't it? 20 years old?
Can't be far off.
Do you reckon I'll get more than a tenner for it?
You might get more than a tenner. Well, if you take it for scrap, it's metal, isn't it?
I dumped nearly all of my Warhammer commemorative series on eBay over the last few months, and I've probably got back about 1,500 quid out of them.
That's all right.
And they only cost you $2,000.
Could do worse.
Yeah.
could do worse. Carl would have depreciated more. One of their favourite GW box arts is a Red Gobbo where they painted the actual spearhead and combat patrol boxes as presents. Oh, do you mean like the presents that were surrounding him? People painted on the things, that Lord of Things, that we were about. It's like when people do those, Space Marine at a hobby desk type ones. But yeah, so your pick of the week, Matt. So I'd like you to come back strong on the next episode, okay?
You do have to wonder.
I can describe my picks of the week.
Yeah, come on. See if we can guess.
Well, it's Arnow did Archaon for SMC.
There we go. Then.
Has he posted that?
Yeah, I don't think he's posted it yet. I think you'll enjoy that a lot, Henry.
Well, one of my fave painters and one of my fave Warhammer characters.
And Jonas, who's this 19-year-old lad.
Oh, is that the bust you posted the other day?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's fab, isn't it?
Yeah. Very, very good. I need to find out what result he got for that, but I hope he got a gold.
Yeah, well, we were trying to find out the SMC results this morning.
Yes.
Been tricky.
It's the first time I've not been there for 10 years. 2015 or something like that. Maybe 2016 was my first one. But it's really funny being an outsider because you can't find out even if you try. And it's so odd.
To post a PDF.
Yeah, well, I was listening to something the other day, and they were basically saying, apart from GD, there's no coverage on any show.
We'll just have to get back to doing our coverages.
Yeah,
I think so. let's get some things booked in for next year, and we'll go there with our roving reporter hats on.
Absolutely.
And
I'm very sad to have missed it, but
a few of them. Yeah, I mean, if GD's staying at Spiel, I mean, I know they're two different competitions, but there will be crossover, right? So
yeah, I'm going to skip GD next year.
Wonder how much impact that might have had. I'm just trying to have a look now. Arnaud's not posted anything on that yet. But yeah, so I suspect we'll bring up SMC when we record next time, because we used to love doing the event reports and look backs and all the rest of it. So all that stuff is what
online gallery
to get back to. Yeah, like we'll get back there, guys. Don't worry. It's just been a transitional time. But we're here. We're not going anywhere. We're not disappearing. Jonas got gold. Oh, that's fantastic.
He did. Yeah, well deserved.
Well done. Right, so let's move into. I can't even remember. Oh, what we've been up to. Well, this is one of the big things that's been obviously taking up some of our time. The Mini Colour paint launch is coming this week, and a lovely response. We posted about it last night. Just this little sort of teaser. It's been a really nice to hear sort of everybody excited about it. We've tried to answer questions where we can. Our intentions is this to have really the best sort of most comprehensive detail and facts and support around a paint range that you've seen. So any questions, if they don't get answered immediately in comments, they will be answered either on the website for the paint or in the campaign as it goes on. We're sort of anticipating everything from excited new people to grizzly pigment nerds and everyone in between. So
can I just say, like, I mean, I haven't been involved in the paint stuff, so this is this is my first time seeing them as well. Thank you for putting the actual colours on the labels and sensible names. Like, I like that. It's the green family, it's the blue family.
I like that.
Well,
we debated it for a while if it was worth it.
It's worth it. Like, as
we had
someone
lots of fun with the names. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with it. To be supposed, everything's been debated to death for about 5 years with this project, so we're happy.
Yeah.
So,
Speak for yourself.
will the pigment codes be on the bottles? Nope. But you will have on the website. You will have individual product details about the individual paints for that. Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's. I suspect Dawnlight that post might get held.
What's that?
They were suggesting names that they don't like of paints when they're sort of the more odd names, like Goblin Green and things like that. But using more colourful language, so that might not be there. Yeah, absolutely. Element would have had a link up to it. So I mean, we'll talk. The plan wasn't to talk about this loads today on the pod anyway, but it's just obviously we will be talking about it a lot over the next few weeks while the campaign is on. But like super quickly, obviously the reason Element had posted about it just before we'd linked is the company we are working on this project with and have been working on this project with the entire time. It's very much a collaboration. Is Artis Opus, and Artis Opus and Element have the same owners, which is why you'll see a big crossover link with those guys. But yeah, apparently the verdigris being part of the blue family has already upset several people, which is fantastic.
I mean, it should be green, but
if that is the only upset we get, I will be over the moon.
I will. In real life, though, it looks a tiny bit too green in that shot, but it is blue. But
I think I feel like it's not a particularly positive and supportive environment currently to be releasing product into our community. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm really relying on the cult crowd to carry this positivity and normalness through. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's been lots of nice comments, lots of excited people, which is what we want. We know it's a great product, and we'll talk to you guys about it loads. And it's, providing everything goes well with the campaign, it will be here to stay, and it'll be all good.
Nice.
Morning, lads. I was wondering, as you have a greens category at MPO Online, do you have any plans for a similar category at MPO Bristol? We are talking about it, absolutely. I can't say yes or no right now, but it's in a discussion. We're due a MPO Bristol meeting soon, actually. So tickets have gone very, very well for that. We're at more than last year already sold, which is fab. And then got MPO Online obviously coming up in November, so I'm hoping that will give us a bump for the last few. Seen a picture of a couple of people who won, and that's about it from SMC. Yeah, really do need to get back on the coverage. All right, label art super clean, good. Clean was a byword, right, Andy? That was a very important one for us.
The branding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something we've tried to always do, right, with anything we've done, we've had our hands on.
Do you have to, like, when you ship them internationally, do you have to put all of like the ingredients stuff on the back, or is that on the main packaging?
So because we're working on it with AO, a lot of that is AO's responsibility.
Right.
So the vast amount of our involvement has been the actual development of the paint itself, the branding, the creation side of it. AO will be dealing with all the what has to be on things, you know, HSS codes, all that sort of stuff, which they're very experienced with. But I know we went through tons of different sort of label layouts, and again, we've tried to keep it as clean as possible and have the information that's required. And then rather than try and cram loads of extra info onto the bottles, that's why we're creating the website to go with the paints, which will have loads of detail, as it were, and examples of, you know, you'll be able to see the paint on miniatures, what the color looks like. There'll be tutorials, there'll be suggestions of what maybe you could mix to highlight it or shade it with. And then, as I say, there'll also be your sort of ingredients, as it were, for those of you that want to know that type of info.
What the Citadel app wishes it was.
The Instagram link on the website goes to the Squarespace Instagram. Oh, not thanks, bud. I'll go and check that out. The website's getting redone. Our website's getting redone, so I won't worry about that one too much in a minute. Can't wait for the fallout over purple and violet. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing the full range and how it will be priced. I think you'll be all right with the price. We've looked very hard at that. It's not the most expensive paint on the market. It's not the cheapest paint on the market.
What is the cheapest paint? Tamiya.
Well, it's tricky, in it by volume as well. You got
Tamiya is quite expensive.
What? £1.50, isn't it?
By volume. I mean, do we really want to go down this rabbit hole? Go on, let's have a look.
Anyway, no, we don't. No.
No, we're in it now.
There's
12 mil.
Can always edit this one out.
These little glass ones are 10 mil.
Oh.
Yeah, because you got like there's 10 mil there.
Still
I think
cheap.
Citadel's 12 mil. I think.
Yeah, it's still cheaper then. Anyway, let's
and
move.
it's
Next question.
yeah, we've priced it where if we were buying it, we'd be okay with it. You're right. Yeah, I'm really sad, Madden. We were going to buy it, but now that we've classed verdigris as blue, the entire range is unusable. Correct. Correct.
That's a. There are some typos on these renders. I will
God,
say.
yeah. Your day is ruined. You're inconsolable.
Well, I will say I wanted to call it blue green, but I was only allowed blue or green. But I would really like to have put blue green on all of these, but.
Stretch goal for a label to have green on it rather than blue. Yeah, see what we can do about that. Yeah, it will be very interesting for us as well doing as Royce, because we are collaborating on it. You know, it's not necessarily an equal partnership. People aren't doing the same things necessarily, so we will always answer what we can, and that we can't answer, I'm sure the guys at AO will step in and be able to give you the information for. So we'll try our very best to be, you know, visible and responsive to you guys. No no Wardle purple or Henry Steele. No, we had to I think to be honest, Andy and I were both pretty set on this is how we wanted to do the naming. And then after all the chats, that was agreed across the board. And then actually sitting there and doing the names was just great fun. And I think it's something I'm looking forward to adding to in the future as well. And it's
What's your favourite name?
it's nice. Ooh, cabbage, frog, gherkin,
Yeah.
cappuccino.
Yeah. Cappuccino's great. I got that here, I think.
Marigold, marmalade. I like
That's
marmalade.
Cappuccino.
What about you?
Cardinal, because I like the cardinal
Yeah.
birds. I think they're cool. Papaya, I like, and
it's good.
marmalade's cool
Marmalade's
as well.
a cracker. Yeah. Is cappuccino surely inspired by AK milky coffee? There'll be a lot of. As I said, a lot. It's not that many colours. It's only 63 colours doing this. People have asked a few times about, what's the direct comparisons and this, that, and the other. And there, I mean, Andy, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of the colours, there won't necessarily be a direct comparison because, again, one of the main reasons for making the paint was to do colours that aren't there, that we can't get. So there will be some
similar, but
there will be some similar ones. Yeah,
to compare some of the reds to other reds would be a disservice.
Yeah. We're not. Yeah, it's also interesting in the sense of we started this project a long time before, and since then many other paint brands have come out and stuff. So it's it's going to be an interesting experience. But I think that the main thing, it's much like the airbrushes, which you can now order, by the way, the second gen airbrushes, which is super exciting and slightly frustrating that's come out at the same time. But it is what it is. It's like we have such confidence in the product that there is a strange sense of sort of calm around it. Like there's no, I don't know about you, Andy, but I don't feel any particular need to convince people on it. I just want to be honest and show them it, and I'm kind of confident that the product will speak for itself.
I'm absolutely terrified.
I think
it'll be fine.
We'll be fine. So I'm going to put on the big high-vis jacket and poke my head above the internet parapet, I think. So see what happens.
It's like you've gone for more like a solid sort of color sort of approach, haven't you? You're not sort of too worried about the sort of massive coverage that like people are honing in on other products.
Wow.
Good coverage, but not like that's not the main focus.
I will be doing a video which will be a very candid one, and I will be talking about the whole point of the range. But yeah, a lot of brands are prioritizing coverage, but then it's about the end result, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I think we said in one of the taglines, it's kind of like, people ask Henry and I, how do you get these vibrant colors and how do you get it smooth in the end? And it's not using super high coverage, horrible chalky paints. And I don't like the really matte, chunky, grainy is the word I was looking for, paints. Because I want the end result to be really, really nice. But the coverage is still great. It's just like, I don't know, maybe some paints you would need 3 coats and you might need 4 with this. It's like a tiny bit less maybe for a way better color. It's just such a crazy trade-off. But the thing is, most brands probably just bung some gray or white in it anyway, so you can just do that. If you're like, I want some more coverage with this paint, just put a bit of white in, because that's all another brand will probably do anyway. But yeah, some of the very, very chromatic colors, the coverage isn't amazing. But then I think about like the purple on Glutos' trousers, and that's one of the things people have asked me the most how to do. And it's like, well, that's the paint. That is the prototype purple on there. So it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're not coming into this project as influencers, as it were, that have put a name on a paint brand or from that angle, or a company producing paint. We're, us and Byron from AO are hobbyists and painters who have painted and taught painting for many, many years. So the intentions is to support this release with endless amounts of of content and tutorial and descriptions, and we want people to get on with this paint. I've had to answer a lot of comments, obviously, in the last sort of 12 hours or so, 24 hours, but the most succinct one I think I've been coming up with as a reply to it was that we wanted the paint to be user friendly as possible, and we wanted color to be the driving sort of factor in it.
Yes.
And not at the expense of everything at all, nothing at the expense of everything, but equally, the finish is nothing extreme. So it's color led, sort of user friendly paint. And the top end painters, when they use it, I'm confident will really like it and use it. But this isn't specialist paint made for, if I said scale 75, I'm not being derogatory at all to scale 75, but like scales, I have many scale paints, but like the scale 75, one of their big things, right, is that very, very matte finish, isn't it? And whilst that's super cool, because they've chosen to focus on that perhaps first, that's meant other things have been the compromise. And I think for us, it's color. It was color first, and then work around it there.
The red was really nice. I like the red.
Yeah, well, loads of people got to play with it, right, at MPO this year, which was great. But I've spent the last 2 weeks or so painting a couple of different projects, an army and some scenery with them, and I can't describe how fun it's been. Like just grabbing our paint and using it, and because that's the color I want. Oh, that's the color I want. That's it. Nice. There's not all the way. We haven't got any greys to begin with. But if you've seen any of my tutorials, it's problematic. But we've got plenty of browns, so that's good. And but yeah, it's been a real joy with all of that. Somebody asked about the bottle size. So someone asked as well. They look like Dark Star bottles. They're very similar to Dark Star bottles. If you've ever seen that brand,
there you go.
They're not exactly the same, but they're very similar. And I haven't got my micrometer or whatever it's called out, but on my crappy old metal ruler, it's about 25 mil across the bottom. Oh. So they're a touch fatter than your old Valleos.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. I've got one here. That...
Yeah, maybe 2 mil, maybe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dropper bottles, yes. Dropper bottles, pre-drilled, no agitators, but very easy to drop an agitator in if you want.
Oh, we don't have to poke out the crap. Oh, thank God.
No. And if anyone wants to know, why not the agitators? Price. Again, we want to keep these affordable.
I don't like
that
really
was one of them, and we
them.
felt some people like them, some people don't, so therefore they were something that people can add.
The
if they
only
want.
ones that I've liked having agitators in is the metal color ones from Vallejo, just because it's like
That's
it
true.
needs it.
That's
But
true.
I've had other ones with like the steel ball bearings in, and they've actually rusted, and tainted the paint.
Yeah. So no agitators in them. How do they airbrush? Beautifully, which is a hell of an achievement. A lot of work gone into making them nice to airbrush and brush. No weird thinners required. No, nothing weird. I'm almost certain we'll produce a thinner, like a thinner that has been formulated for the paint it's designed to thin will always be the very best at doing that. But as I'm sure loads of you know, like most generic acrylic thinners from water-based acrylic paints will work decently with each other. So you're fine. If you've got 10 gallons of Vallejo, whatever it's called, Medea airbrush thinner, that will work fine. But I think we will look at producing one. Some contrast do need an agitator. You're right.
Just stick it on a jigsaw.
It's that thingy stuff, isn't it? It's the matting. I think it's the matting agent in them that does it. But yeah, so cool. As I say, I hadn't actually intended this to be a big paint episode because we'll be talking about that a lot over the week. But guys, if you've got any questions, and Matt, obviously, if you've got any questions, do please feel free to jump in and ask about them, because I'm sure Andy and I would love to talk about them, but I'm conscious Andy is ever so slightly distracted.
Not at
for
all.
the next
I'm just really like I haven't seen any of it before. I'm just very happy that the the color hue range is on the bottle.
Yeah.
Because as a colorblind registered disabled person, I can't see shit.
Always forget you're colourblind, yeah.
Got you covered, mate. And you should know, the names are
Yeah.
self-explanatory.
I do love the branding as well. We kind of came to it very early, but because we've had all that time to sort of sit on it and consider it and tweak if we wanted to, we've been able to. But actually, it's very nice to see it realised. And again, our buddy Jamie's done a brilliant job for us with the artwork and the branding and stuff. How many paints are in the initial release? 63. So 10 sets of 6 and 2 blacks and a white. Will you be offering the whole set as a package? Yeah, the Kickstarter will be for the whole set.
Nothing else.
That's your lot. It'll be a lovely Founders Edition box, cheaper than retail. You'll get it in your hands first. That's it. One and done.
But we did 63 because it means the total price of the box isn't insane. So that was a conscious decision. And we'll be doing lots of other sets, but they won't be on Kickstarter. So this will be the last Kickstarter from us.
Yeah.
Ever. No minis, no paints, nothing on Kickstarter.
I think the last minis go out this week, actually. If not a week after. But yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen a lot of the posts from Deogard 2 arriving in people's hands now.
I'm very glad that that Kickstarter finished before we asked people for more money. Hopefully, it reminds them they get a nice product from us, right? They go, these boxes are lovely. These nice boxes, yes. Here's some paint for you to buy. So very happy that.
Why 2 blacks? 2 different finishes, but you've got a matte black and a satin black in there.
Yeah, so you've got the when you make a paint range, you have a base, and that base dictates the finish on all the paints. And we wanted a black that's got a slight sheen to it because it looks deeper, but we've also done an extra matte black because we thought that would be useful. Whereas with white, you don't really need to do that. So that's why we got 2 blacks. Cool. But we thought having an extra matte black would be cool. At one point, the range was every single paint was extra matte, and we tested it, and I don't think it's what people need. So we changed to a slightly satin sheen, and it does vary color to color because it just does. But I think I've got the only set in existence that's very, very matte, and I never use them. I use the newer satin ones. They're better.
I like the matte finish blacks, but sometimes it ruins the finish that you're trying to go for when you mix it in with other stuff. It just doesn't work. So
we'll come
satin
to
finish can be nice.
Piece in a minute, right? You've been playing around with black a lot, so it'd be good. So an Abaddon black and a VMC black, we will never produce Abaddon black. Don't worry.
No, it's good. It's good paint.
So they're cracking. Sensing a potential VMC replacement. I don't know about replacement, but certainly the old Vallejo model color was a range that both Andy and I loved using.
It glazes better. So compared to VMC, it will glaze better. It airbrushes infinitely better because VMC didn't airbrush well at all. You have a choice with the matte and the satin. So the satin one or the regular black is not as matte as the VMC that you love, but the extra matte black we're doing is designed to be like more similar to that finish. So you got the choice there, which is why it's really nice to do things like 2 blacks where it's needed, basically. Just cool to really do what we want, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's it. I think a few people are like, "Oh, what's the USP? What's the reason for doing this paint? Why is it different to Eddie's? Why should I buy it?" And it's very difficult because I don't really feel inclined to persuade someone to do it. You know, we're not producing this paint because we think everyone else's paint's terrible. Someone asked, will we only ever use mini color now? And it's like, well, no, unless there comes a day where we produce every single color we ever want to use, then we might. But I can't imagine that day will ever arrive.
Well, I've got this base, and it's got a real
You know.
mix of brands, and I've used mini color where they were the best thing for the job, and then
Yeah.
I've used other brands for other stuff. So
Essentially, if a mini color paint exists for that color, we'll probably use mini color because that's why we made it.
It's always good to have, it doesn't need to be just one set of paint ranges from one manufacturer. Like, they all complement each other in different ways.
Rex, I'm incredibly disappointed that you and several other people have been asking about flavour. But
it's not.
I am in fact holding chocolate, so maybe we should have gone with that.
Need to make a cult like coffee range that is the taste of black ink.
Scale 75 burnt umber, mate. It's absolutely incredible.
Someone said about was the naming session over lunch, and it's true that Andy and I do enjoy our foods and wafty coffees and things like that. So yeah, we will be releasing the Gloucester Services edition.
There's a paint called £5 sausage roll. Probably gone up to £6 now, isn't it?
Many food names.
£6 sausage roll. That's got a better ring to it.
Can you brush your teeth with the spearmint one? Yeah, you can do whatever you want, Bod. I'm not your dad.
You can always do something once.
As long as the paint is palatable. Oh my goodness. Stop licking your brushes.
Oh, I made the mistake of that the other day. I forgot
clear red, yeah.
I was washing a brush in isopropyl and I forgot that it's not water.
The foaming cleaner's the worst.
Yeah, that's rancid, isn't it? That is, yeah. I think I was again, because one of my friends brought this up the other day when I was like, oh, guys, if you've got any questions I can put on the FAQ. And they started talking about flavours and this, that, and the other. And I was like, I remember brush licking very early on because it's what I saw people do. But then I started using oils very early on and only once.
Tasty.
And that was it for me. That stopped me dead. It was very effective.
Or an enamel.
Scale colour artists are just yummy. It's all right enough. The flavour thing.
The smell is so nice.
I'm surprised Byron hasn't tried to put bergamot in all of the paints to make them smell.
Yeah. The old VMA reds used to smell great, but I know they used to put scents in airbrush paints so that you knew to ventilate.
Wow.
But the old VMA used to smell outstanding. Smell like candy. It was really good. Todd, your opinions on the tastes and smells of paint are invalid because I don't really know how you're still alive. Smelly primer, yeah, big time. We have called Browns chocolate. Unsurprisingly, I'm in love with the Browns. We need to be. We've been asked for our top 3, so I don't know. I'm nearly out of mahogany.
I've actually gone through a full pot of chocolate. I'm on my second.
Good. Lacquers do not smell and taste great. But yeah, so guys, keep the questions coming, but we'll keep kind of rolling with whatever else. I can't remember now what we were going to talk about. But yeah, just nice to get back in the swing of it all. So what were we talking about? Oh, things we've been up to and old school stuff. Yeah. So I've been painting up scenery and a board so I've got a gaming weekend coming up this week with my hobby group, going to a little holiday cottage and just having a massive game of Old World and a few other games as well. But my buddy Dan and I have been making the board for it.
Is that the original Warhammer Fantasy tower thing?
So it's a 3D print based off it, and it is incredible. So we picked up a PLA printer a few weeks ago, and yeah, really, really impressed with it. So that will be this week's YouTube video. Obviously, we're a little bit distracted at the minute with the various projects, but there'll be a little sort of update video on YouTube where I'll cover how I've done the scenery and stuff. And then I've had a Realm of Battle board in the garage for years, so we've been doing that up to be that kind of old school inspired. And it's all looking fab. So very.
Did you have fun flocking that?
Oh yeah, Yeah, twice.
What are those plants called?
Nasturtiums,
Nasturtiums, that's it.
delicious and good for keeping slugs off your strawberries as well.
I couldn't think of the name.
But yeah, I'm definitely at that point in my life now where nostalgic Warhammer is like air to me. So I think you're going to see a lot of that on the channel over the coming years. Probably, I've already sort of didn't take much persuading, but I already said to Andy like we should do like some Second Ed inspired 40k next year. If 40k is meant, if the cycle continues, meant to be getting its next edition next year. So I think we'll have some fun. Have some fun with some inspired. I say I don't know what that will end up being, but certainly inspiration from it. And there's some amazing files out there for the old school terrain.
I was going to say a joke then, but I'm glad I didn't.
Tell you the thing I've been a little bit, I don't know, confused me slightly. I've always wanted the Warhammer Fantasy plastic buildings from like the last couple of decades, you know, like the fortified manor and that sort of era.
The big wizard's tower.
I've hoarded them. Yeah, I've hoarded all of them and finally got around to painting them. And now we've got a couple of these 3D printed ones. I really, really prefer the 3D printed ones. There's too much stuff on the GW ones. They've not been fun to paint.
They're very difficult to put together as well. They never really went together well.
No. And I know it's scenery and I'm trying to adapt that sort of mindset of painting as well. The scenery should be the backdrop to the battle. I don't want it to dominate it and stuff, but I was really surprised. It's put this way, I've been ordering more PLA and putting my Warhammer scenery on eBay. So
scenery the scenery of Army, it's not supposed to distract, but it really does make or break the immersion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think it depends on game as well and style, I suppose. Like I've got a very, very detailed Necromunda board that I love, and I love that it's almost the third army on the board, and you can take really cool cinematic pictures on it and everything like that, and painting it using the oils and dry brushing and stuff like that. It looks great, but I think we'll put it this way: I've fallen in love with scenery painting. Basically, this is what's going to be on the channel this week, but I now want to do a Mordheim board. I want to do a Helm's Deep. I want to do an Osgiliath. I want to, all these sort of bucket list scenery projects. And
I'm painting scenery now, basically.
I think. Are you back on the base?
Yes,
or the
I'm doing the smoke.
Yeah,
on the base.
I was going to say, don't repaint the base. The base looks fantastic.
I always, when Roman was doing his kill team board, that sort of whatever size it is, 4x2, like permanent setup one, I was just like, I want to build one of those. I just have nowhere to store it.
Yeah. Yes, that is a challenge. Thanks everybody for subbing, by the way. Really, really do appreciate it. Means a lot. So, hi buds, hi Inferno, nice to see you here. Old Hammer on the rise. Yeah, Old Hammer, Middle Hammer. That's kind of that love. We'll chat about Roman in a bit, actually. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah. We were, when at the end of Warhammer Fantasy, before they killed it off, they obviously had the Triumph and Treachery expansion stuff. And there was we were all playing it, and we just put every single piece of scenery in the store that was fantasy on the table. Massive wizards' towers, all the fortified manors, the graveyards, all the fences and everything. And it was just amazing to play. Especially when you get to backstab everyone with those.
Triumph and Treachery is the way to play Warhammer. Absolutely, completely agree. It's just out of arm's reach, actually, over there. Todd's partly responsible for feeding my 3D printing obsession currently, my STL obsession. So that is what I have been up to. Andy has always been up to his GD project, which you will have been able to be following over on Patreon.
New one when I have time. I filmed it.
When do you leave?
Well, I leave Thursday night.
Right.
So I wanted to get a part out last week, but I'm doing the there's a high elf basically, and I've finished it now. But I need to finish the entry before I edit a video, because a video takes a whole day out, and I have 2 more days to paint. So there'll be painting the high elf video, which will be really great, focusing on non-metallics. And then building the project, and then it's probably like 2-3 more videos. But when I'm back, the videos will go back to weekly, and I'll be firing up tons of content. I've just been probably painting 60 hours a week for 9 weeks straight, and I think it's the most detail I've ever put into a project. There's just billions of brushstrokes, and I'm absolutely broken.
Is this the salvaged one where it all went melted?
Yeah, melted, fixed it. I stripped the girl 4 times. I stripped the owl 3 times. I stripped the main figure once. Didn't strip the base, but I repainted the trees 3 times. I've really put a lot of effort in. Doesn't mean the final result's that great, but it's probably the most work I've put into something. But yeah, it's coming together now. I've just got a couple details really to do, but they're quite hard. So yeah, I've got to focus for just three more days and make it as good as I can. But it's been brutal, the amount of work. It's been the hardest thing I've painted. Most mentally taxing for sure. So we'll see. But you can't tell that when you see a piece, so it's kind of irrelevant. People just see it for what it is, right? So they'll be like, yeah, that's okay. That's not bad, I guess. But I know that it was horrible. But whatever. Can't wait to paint something different. I think it'll come together. I think that all the bits individually they just look like miniatures. But I keep looking back to the finished picture of it all together, and it just has to be all together, you know? Yeah. So I think when I glue it, get it together, and I'll have to obviously change a couple bits when I glue it together. I'll find some bits to change, but I think it's maybe greater than the sum of its parts is the right phrase, I think. Because, I've just got the girl separate, I've got the bloke separate, and they look fine. But when they're all together, then maybe it works, right? Because it's probably about composition more than anything. So we'll see. We'll see. I've got lots of little grass to stick down. That'll be fun. I was thinking about doing that today. I sit and stick some grass down.
Bunch of moss. Any moss?
No, it's supposed to be a windy scene. So you've got the trees and there's all the leaves coming off, and you've got the smoke blowing in the wind as well.
It's very dramatic.
So I want to individually stick grass the exact right angle. So I'll probably I'll cut a load of grass, trim it to the length I want, lay it out on a sheet of paper, and just sit and get it all the right angle. So no tufts, because tufts go like that.
Yeah.
Right? I need all the grass to be exactly the right angle. So, but I do that a lot. I'll just do more than usual probably.
Wicked.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I'm looking forward. I can't wait for the weekend because I won't have to work on the paint range because it'll be out, and I won't have to paint. Well, I will have to paint on the stand, but I won't. Yeah, it'll be a joyous weekend for me to not be painting. But no, it's been grueling, but I think that I'll be happy in the end. I think I've just been overly harsh on myself, maybe. So. I think my lights are too good and everything looks bad. Genuinely. I think I've been looking at it like this and nothing looks good, right? I'm like, I can see a tiny bit of grain in the paint. Oh, shit. Which is good and bad. But
I've just grown to just accept grain in paint now. Just it winds me up so much. I just just let it go now.
Yeah, it's a real mental battle, I think. Anyway, we'll just see. I've lost a lot of perspective, but I will probably try and do a succinct video about it. Try and make it not a humble brag, I think, is the challenge with that kind of thing.
Are you bringing it to Monty?
Yeah. I will paint a new entry for Monty in between GD and Monty, but I'll do a bust, which doesn't take me very long, so that's the plan. No base, so probably going to be this.
No melting.
Probably. got it ready.
Well, I think people might like if perhaps we do a recording next week, and maybe Matt and I, if we're around, or certainly I'll be around, maybe we could ask you about it, about the entry and stuff, rather than sometimes talking into the void, right, or talking to yourself.
That'd be nice.
I'd
enjoy that a lot.
More of a convo about it to relax it a little bit, because it's like when you have to write a bio, isn't it, for things? It always feels a little bit strange sometimes, like talking about yourself or writing about yourself in the third person. But people are very excited, and rightly so. I've tried to say to you, I think it's the better than your previous pieces, as it were, that you've done in this sort of this moving into this sort of small scene trend, and I'm very happy for you. I'm confident it's going to look awesome, but it's.
I looked at Fuegan last week, and I was like, because I haven't looked at it. I finished that in May, I think. I haven't looked at it for ages, and I was like, I enjoyed looking at it, whereas at the time you don't, and it's just that when you're in the bubble. So I know I've put the work in, because it's the most hours I've put into an entry. And most detail, and like when I did Glutos, I was really annoyed I didn't put enough detail in the base, and there's way more detail in this base. I've spent 3 weeks on this base, whereas I did Glutos the entire thing in 6. So I know I've put the time in and whatever. So I'm looking forward to 3 months time and looking at it, and you forget some of the mistakes as well. Like at the time, you zone in on one tiny mistake, and it's all you can think about. But after weeks, you can't remember. What was that bit I didn't like? Sometimes, anyway. Sometimes. So, we'll get there.
Good stuff. Well, Andy will be there on the AO stand as well at Spiel this weekend. So do go and say hello. You'll be able to look at the paints, try them out, talk to him about Cult, all the rest of it. Keep him entertained. Bring him milky coffees. And he'll be loving it. I'm just going to check we haven't missed any questions on there. It's all good. Papaya reminds me of McLaren as well.
McLaren Orange.
Yeah, it was papaya. That's what they called it.
Is it? No way.
Yeah. They brought it back a season or two ago. They brought it back as the livery, which is cool. But yeah, I think if I've missed any questions, guys, please just pop them back in the chat. I'll keep an eye out for it. Just getting back used to keeping an eye on all of these things as well. But I've moved the slide on slightly, just because otherwise Andy, Matt, and I will probably sit in that for about 3 hours. It's what Matt's been working on. Speaking of lumpy bumpy, which I don't think it looks accidentally lumpy bumpy at all. I think it looks deliberately grungy AF and wonderful.
Yeah. Get in there.
I got told off for saying AF once.
Did you?
Yeah.
Am I too old to say that? Is it?
No, they said I sound like a dumbass.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I know that. That's
no danger in that.
Tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. It is, the finish on this is beautiful, Lord of Things 1. This whole thing is beautiful. It's incredible, Matt. You're awesome. Tell us about it.
Slowly making my way through it.
Star Trek robot.
I will say, Matt, I'm sad that you didn't enter it into SMC, but we should both go to SMC next year, and you should, because this is
I'll bring it next year.
Model. Yeah, do something else than this.
Yeah,
well, there'll be a category for this, right?
Yeah, so I was trying to look at it. They have like a I don't know whether it should go in ordnance or painting.
No, there's the robots category, isn't there?
Oh, is there?
In SMC, you've got so many more categories that there's a category for this. I can't remember what it's called. It's like Mecha or... It'll be brilliant.
But
you've got one for Monty, but you could just put it in painting. It's a tough call.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I'm in an R, and I was looking at it the other day, but I'll probably stick it in painting, because it's not really like ordnance in like their view of it, the way they word it.
You should put it in painting.
Yeah, so you'll probably go in there.
I think you're right. I was going to ask the same question, actually, because I've got my mini dioramas, and I don't know whether I want them in the storytelling category. I think I'd rather just have them in painting, because then all my stuff's together. So yeah, I was having the same thing. But my opinion, I would put this in painting for Monty. But I think that we should both go to scale model challenge, and then this should definitely go in the mecha category. And I think it'll be amazing, especially if you do another similar project.
There's quite a few Star Wars robots I'd like to do. There's the one out of Mando. I can't remember what's the.
Not the IG-88 type.
The IG-88, yeah, that's the one. There's a really, really nice STL out for that, which I might print it even bigger. See how big my printer can take. But no, I'm super happy with this. It's slowly getting there. I need to go back over it because I glossed it to do like the oil streakings and stuff. But then it was like super shiny, so I had to like mat it back down. But some of the matting down has like lost some of the streaking, so I need to just bring it back out again.
I like the look of an oil paint. That's a different finish to the paint. So I like on my Sons of Horus, I matted the black, and then I would do the oils on the top and have that slight difference in sheen. I really like, but you can just like reapply it. What matte varnish did you use in the end?
I used just the Vallejo matte varnish.
Yeah, it's not too like the ultra.
They're normal.
Matte. Yeah. Just I didn't use the ultra. No, I tried the ultra, and it was like it was just too flat. It needed a little bit of sheen.
Sometimes though, if you ultra matte and then put that Vallejo over the top, that's quite good because obviously when it's really matte underneath it does make a little difference. Where I find if you do like the Vallejo matte over gloss, it's still a little too satin. So I've done that a few times.
It's slowly getting there. Like, I might go back in with some the burnt umber and just sort of bring it back in just to like have some of the sheen differences, like surface finish differences.
Or maybe an enamel would be good.
Well, I'm using all of the AK enamels. So like I've put some fuel stains on because it's like really glossy, shiny, yellowy kind of color.
I really like the metallics actually, Matt.
Yeah.
That is like literally it is just where is it?
Is it exhaust manifold?
No, it's just
iron?
gunmetal grey.
Gunmetal grey, nice.
Yeah, gunmetal grey with black ink, just literal calligraphy ink, and some kerosene leaks, wash and stain. That's it.
Lovely.
Imperial Armour Volume 1, mate.
Yep. But it's going to look better once I get the eyes done because I've got little. They're in there somewhere. You print off little plates for it, and I'm going to Tamiya white them, and then I'm going to put the resin on top, so they're like super glossy, super shiny behind the grill. That's
so you'll have the matte grills, and you'll be able to see a very glossy thing behind it. That's very cool.
Yeah, there's like super depth in it as well.
Little lens tech there.
If I had have thought about it before I glued some things together, before I glued the neck pin in, what I should have done is I should have got a hollow tube and I could have run cable down into the base and actually put LEDs in the eyes.
Yeah, but then you'd have put an LED in it.
No, banned.
And that's your second strike after whatever he's called.
I was tempted to put a speaker in it and get the Alan Turing recordings and just have it sort of playing his voice all day.
I do like that actor. He's funny, isn't he?
Yeah, but no, there's a lot left to do. Now that it's matted down, I just need to go back over it and tart up the finish a bit more and bring out some of the rust a bit again.
Nah, it's great, mate. It's lovely to see both of you producing your best stuff. You know, and particularly yourself, Matt. You've had a big break.
Yeah, this is the only thing I've painted this year.
No, very, very, very excited to see.
I like that you've, the 3D printing is a separate part of it, and I think finding such a quality file, that was so big, and scaling it down and turning it into a bust from a full figure. I think that side of it is also very, very cool.
There's not I haven't seen many big robot busts like around on any sort of any IP. So it's just.
I don't think
just
I think in that world they're not popular, right? Like
No.
in the bust painting world, it's just girls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, naked barbarians and
Yeah.
stuff. So
No, it's been a very fun, and the bit I'm most proud about is doing the you can't really see it, but the base with all like the debossed lettering and
yeah, exactly.
obviously
That side
I did all of
your modelling and
yeah
prep and printing is actually a massive
modelling all
project.
of the magnet holes and bolt holes into the bottom of it, so they just pushed in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm desperate to get 3D sculpting and printing. It's just I need to add that to my repertoire.
Well, we had a very good response. We chatted about this a lot on the previous episode, the sort of 3D printing stuff, and a lot of people got in touch to say, do an episode on it, talk to this person, talk to that person, look at here, look at there. So I think we'll definitely. It feels like the right time to feature it. Now it's something all of us are engaged with, rather than it being an element of the hobby that we know of but aren't necessarily, particularly
Infinitely more accessible now.
Yeah.
Well, when I receive my next miniature future Cult of Paint release, I would like to print it myself. So.
Oh, that bloody squirrel's back. Sorry.
Teaser. But yeah, when I've got a sculpt coming from a very, very, very good sculptor, and I would really like to print it myself, so I don't have to wait, basically. So yeah, I want to get my printer soon, get practicing, but also I don't know how big I want it to be, so I might do it 100mm scale, but I don't want to. I want to print that and see if I like it, basically.
Well, this was the thing that was quite nice about this, is when I was sort of sizing it up for the print bed, I basically was just trying to like find items in my room where I could be like, cool, I want the head about that size. And then I could be like, okay, let me try and scale it to that size. Oh, it's a bit too small, I'll make it bigger. Which is like quite nice to be able to do, instead of it just being, okay, that's the size you get.
Have you got a box then of dead robot bits?
Yeah, there was a few test prints that I kind of I did a few just of the head caps, because the head actually like just comes off on its own at the moment because I need to put the eyes in, and I just did a few of those, and I'm like, no, that's too small, that's way too big. There, it's just right.
Lovely. Dead robot bits. House band name. Yeah, it's good. It's a good house band name.
Plus, you need some spares sometimes, because it is quite a brittle print. Like, printing can be quite brittle depending on which resin you get and how long you cure it for. So I have broken a few of them trying to like cut off the supports. I was like, oh, there you go, that's
the other reason I want a printer.
Yeah,
because I break it 10 times and I can just print
a
new one.
It's
we'll get you that really good like early learning resin that you can basically like scrunch and it just goes back to normal, right?
Yeah,
when you drop it just bounces.
Once you get the settings dialed in, it's really quite simple.
Yeah, also I won't have to strip stuff, I can just print it again.
Are
you doing this for Monty, Matt, or are you just...
Yeah, this is specifically for Monty. I was doing some other things for Monty, but I was just like, I can't paint them well enough to like make it work, so I just want to do something I can just really grunge.
I think it's great.
I think it looks fab, mate. It really does. When we're saying Monty, guys, if any of you are unsure about that, Monty Sansovino is a miniature painting show. You can go look back through the playlist. We talk about it most years when it's on. That's on in November, which Andy and Matt will both be at as well. And I think, is our Rich going? No, he's not. He is. Rich will be there as well.
10-year anniversary, mate.
So there we go.
It's going to be a
right.
good show.
What's on next? There we go. Oh, speaking of shows, yeah. So obviously, Golden Demon coming up this weekend. I guess we've kind of talked about that already, haven't we? So, any pieces or people you're particularly looking forward to seeing bits from? Someone was saying Arnau's done his in 5 days or something.
I want to see Mark Masklan's and Thibaut's pieces the most.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, Masklan's is coming back, isn't he?
6-year hiatus, mate.
Yeah.
I'm very
Is
impressed.
Thibaut a sculpt or like a kit?
It's not my secret to tell, but I was very
just
impressed
wondering.
when I saw a whip, and I think that he is killing it lately.
I was just wondering if he was going to be forced into the open category.
No, it's converted very, very well done.
That's good.
Yeah, I loved his Demon Prince. It's one of my favourites from a year ago.
That was really nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that probably was my favourite.
We featured it. You spoke about it being one of yours at the time.
It was traditional sculpt he did on that, wasn't it? It was
putty and stuff. Yeah,
putty.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, those two guys. Really excited. Always excited to see Albert's piece.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen Mark enter for 6 years, so.
I do wonder how it's going to change a little bit with. I don't think it will change really in any massive ways, but obviously with the core now being required to be an official kit in whatever their determination of that is. I wonder how the single categories are going to turn out.
I think it's just don't take the piss.
Don't
right?
be as amazing as Raphael and sculpt outstanding Chaos Dwarf model.
That's not allowed.
No,
do well,
but
too good. Don't be too good. Yeah, do well, but with something you buy from us.
That's a rather sore. That's a rather sore statement, given what we've been told this week. So let's move on. Let's move on from that.
Let's not dwell.
Yeah, don't be too good. Right, but yeah, we will be sure to talk about GD and the results and stuff. As I say, guys, we'll be getting back to event coverage and reports and all the rest of it. As someone said earlier, looking forward to it coming back to the UK. I think lots of people are. So hopefully, not too distant future, we will see GD UK again. But I don't know whether it's going to be staying at Spiel as a.
I think they have the
foreseeable.
There's a 5 or 6 year contract or something with Spiel.
Right.
So it's at least for the next 2 years, 26, 27.
And this will be Roman's completion of his year as the guest judging. Have they said it's coming back? No, they haven't said it's coming back, but we're just making assumptions. And not even just assumptions, just kind of hopes, really. But that's hope is kind of the main thing you need for GD. But what you can rely on is the excellent painting that the hobbyists will be bringing. But it's I would love to see it succeeding all over the place.
Just have to wait. Hopefully with the new team that's in charge of it going forward, they're able to bring it back to the UK. Absolutely. So speaking of painting comps, the only one you need.
MPO online, yeah. So a few people are like, "Oh, you're going to do it?" Like, absolutely. I keep saying, and I will keep saying, our intentions are to run online every year and in person every year for the foreseeable, basically as long as Cult's around. So we've got MPO online 4th or 5th. Can't remember.
This is 20. We did 21.
We did it in 2020, did we not?
I thought we did a COVID one. That was the very first one.
Then we had a break. So it's 4.
Yeah.
Right.
4.
But anyway, yes, our online sensibly miniature competition, but also main thing is this just big celebration of whatever you've painted in the last year that you're most proud of. Share it with everyone else from all over the world. We'll create these huge, great online galleries that you can go back and look at. Social links wherever people add them, so you'll be able to find lots of new accounts and stuff to go and follow. But this is just to share and show off and celebrate sort of everything you've done over the last year that you're most proud of. And we've been very fortunate. We have many phenomenal entries. I mean, thousands of entries, but also some really wonderful pieces that are featured over the years. That's our 4 best ofs you can see there from last year on the on that lovely slide Matt's made for that one. Different categories to our MPO in person, so MPO Bristol, which we'll be running again next year. So tickets will be down in the description. There's a few left on that. Slightly more probably traditional categories and styles. So it's 1 entry per category per person. And it's worth saying as well, a few people asked when we made this post up online, just like we did last year, although you must enter at 1 standard throughout the contest, you can't say enter masters in 1 and then beginner in another category, whatever. You will be a master, a standard, or beginner. There is an exception with sculpture, because again, I think a lot of people are at a very different stage of their sculpting experience and career and journeys that they are with their painting very often. So there will be an exception for that. So if you enter masters in painting, you will be allowed to enter standard and stuff in sculpture.
Need to check that, because we didn't do that for last year.
We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Don't worry. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Matt will make it work. It'll be fine. So and then the special category this year is Greenskins, Orcvember, that classic monthly theme. So you know the drill with that one. If it's Orky, it goes in that category.
I'm really sad. I've got several orcs I want to paint, and I'm sad every year that October goes by and I just can't participate. There's too many other shows on.
I think you need to just do a year of it. I'm really keen to start doing my hobby in like annual themes now. I think it's the way to do it. Just double down, deep dive on one thing for a year.
I don't know what I'm doing next year. Well, I do, but don't know what the theme is.
But yeah, Matt obviously a big fan of that category, and we'll be making more announcements obviously over the coming week or two about this. But it will run for the entire of November. Look
at those 4 best,
and then close on the 30th, and then we will do the awards show in December. We'll do a stream over on here for the awards show. Like we did, we didn't do Twitch last week, but we'll do that this year. So that'll be a good fun. A few people have asked about prizes and stuff. I don't know. We've never kind of pushed the whole prize thing and money and all that sort of stuff. And it's just not really what it's about. But I'll see what I can come up with. I'll see what I can procure. Maybe we can find some fun bits and bobs. But as I say, this really is about just celebrating with everyone else what you've done this year and what you're most proud of.
You can buy yourself a prize.
Get it on there, yeah.
but
yeah. we'll do the little
we make a loss on the online.
What you call it, PNGs and all the rest of it and stuff for you to pop on your images. So again, guys, if you've got any questions of that in the chat or watching this back, pop them down in the comments. We'll get back to you as soon as I can. Mini color set for prizes, maybe. I don't think the finished set will be actually created by then, so unlikely. Will you all be in tuxedos for the award stream? Well, I was for the first ever award stream we did, and it seemed to upset the internet. So
did it?
Not sure about that. Yeah, got a load of grief for it.
It's just you disappeared under the desk.
Was it?
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Was that when you had the LAN cable?
Oh, did the cable come out?
Yeah.
Brilliant. I'll tell you what, watching some of those back uploading them, there was some. I mean, they've not got much more professional, but they certainly weren't the slickest of operations. Prizes are a little pointless. Yeah, I mean that's a whole other conversation, isn't it? It's just, I think there's lots of competitions out there. There's lots of painting competitions out there, and there's something for everybody. And we're really happy with the vibe we've achieved with MPO, both online and in person. And it's something that we'll just want to build on. I don't think we want to necessarily move particularly far in one direction with it. We like the lane we're in, and we're sort of, it represents us well.
Yeah.
I will say very quickly on that, but not turn it into a tangent. But when the Golden Demons weren't turning up, they didn't get sent. It just came up in discussion, and I thought it's not the physical thing that matters. It's you are this, like your first place. That's the thing that matters to me personally, and I think that's why the online one we don't really want to do prizes, because it's not. It's about this is a gold, this is a best of creative. That's what it's about. Just saying to that person, and that should mean more, in my opinion. And that's why it is. But the MPO in person, obviously, prizes are cool because we can give them to them. Which is really nice. But yeah, I think the accolade, if you want to call it that, should be the important thing, right? Just about.
I find it too weird when like some shows start offering like cash prizes, and I don't know. For me, it's a bit off-putting. I don't really like it that much.
No, well, Crystal Rush was awful for multiple reasons. And
we've spoken to other people, haven't we? Like, we've got friends of ours. I won't mention names, but they love a bit of cash and glass and stuff like that. I think it's just about providing. And it's just about being honest, right? This is who we are. This is how we like to do it. If you dig it, come and join in. And if you want the flashy stuff, then there's probably other places as well.
I do like a nice medal or trophy, though.
Yeah.
Sorry, that squirrel's running around. Sorry. Apologies. But yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, I love MPO. It's just, yeah, hugely passionate about it, and the way people have taken to it's been amazing to see. And given that we've done fewer of the podcasts this year, I've perhaps not seen as much work this year from people as I would have liked. So I'm really looking forward to enjoying going through the galleries and judging the pieces and looking at all of that. It's going to be awesome. And as usual, questions, just let us know and we will get back to you. It's us three. It's not, you know who we are. You know how to get hold of us. Right. What's anything else you want to do on MPO? Are we good?
No, just cool.
No, I think
make sure you get your entries in before it actually closes.
Oh yeah, guest categories are guest categories.
Yes.
They're one time.
Oh,
right?
I see. Yeah. Well, I guess we muddied the water ever so slightly with that, didn't we? By doing Grimdark as a prize rather than a category.
Best Grimdark.
Yeah, because we did Grimdark was our first ever guest category. And sort of enjoyed it. So, Trench Crusade board as well. I'm looking forward to that. Sorry, just thinking about scenery projects. But yeah, I think Orcs is a big one. A very,
Makes up for all the messages I got because I didn't run October this year.
Well, I didn't want to bring it up, but you have let the internet down there.
Matthew.
We will. We'll see what people come up with. So, lastly, I just wanted to jump on Paint Cultists again. So, Paint Cultists is something we started when we started the podcast, and it used to be when hashtags were used in a different way on Instagram. So it's quite easy to find new things by using them. And essentially, if people tag their work as Paint Cultists, I would sit through each week and see a few things that jumped out to me, and then we just post them up at the end and share that person's social media account and all the rest of it. There are tens of thousands of tags on there. I don't quite know how it works now. But also over on our Discord, we've got a gallery section. And if anyone tags it with Paint Cultist on there, then we take that as they're more than happy for us to show it off on the podcasts. So I just popped through it this morning, and there's been a couple of pieces that I wanted to do there. Just so you guys know, remember, please put your tags on there so I can actually link people to your socials if you want to. And you do need to do that reveal name thing as well on Discord. But I thought you guys would get a bit of a kick out of these because they're flipping rad. Nick's done this awesome Tau army in this style.
A whole army?
Yeah.
Wow.
This was just the most recent one. Love this. It's got a lovely mix of that Imperial armor and slightly more fantastical, I guess, paintwork. Lovely atmospheric photo as well. Big fan.
I love on the Tau when they do the heads in different colours to the bodies.
Yeah, I love that yellow as well. Like the desaturated yellow is perfect. I'd like to do a whole suit that kind of yellow.
It's funny, like I've zero desire from a sort of background perspective or like to do Tau ever, but painting Tau just looks like a ton of fun.
You mean you don't want to try and build a Manta?
No, what did I build? What's their big stealth suit thing called? Ghost Kill?
Ghost Kill?
I don't like that kit.
And I built it. I really liked the model. I thought I'm going to do this, and I built it. It was just horrible. And like the way, like so many of the Tau kits, they split them in half down where like vents and things are. And it's just like, oh, for goodness sake, it's just a pain in the bum.
I'm still undecided if I want to do the new stealth.
Oh yeah, what do you think of them? I don't stick
know.
any GD stuff up as what's caught all right. I don't know. It feels. I mentioned a lull at the start. I don't know. It just feels a little bit flat. I don't know. I haven't been blown away by any GW releases recently, and I don't know whether that's just personal taste or whether there's been a bit of a lull or what. I don't know.
Their release cycle seems to have chilled out a little bit in the last few months. I haven't been bombarded with notifications and social posts.
Yeah, maybe there is something. Maybe there is something. But the that kill team, you get the new, what they called, Andy, stealth suits.
Yeah, I don't know, because I love Tau, and it'd be great to have a kill team that I could use in kill team. But I'm just not sure about the stealth suits. I don't love them. It's not the bit of Tau I like. I like Fire Warriors. I like Pathfinders. I like the suits. Stealth suits, I don't know. I might do them.
Interesting. I quite fancy having a go at some Space Wars again. I know I always want to do Space Wars, so I think we'll do some more Space War videos.
I like those new termies, those Space War termies. And nice.
Yeah. But yeah, Nick's got a cracking project log over on the Discord. The link to the Discord will be down in the description. It's, you don't need to be a member or anything to join it. Just jump on. Don't be a dick and have fun. It's a nice place to be. I'm afraid I don't know any more than their name. So they recently did a class with Roman. I saw this post last weekend. He did a abandoned vehicles class, which, if I remember rightly, his abandoned car won our best of creative for one of the onlines. I think a couple of years ago. He obviously did a class running on it, and the results looked amazing. I'd love to have gone on that. I really would. I really would have loved to have seen that. But here's a cracker that he had done. I don't know what more to say, really. It's just awesome. Looks about as good condition as my van. Right now.
Yeah, you should do that as a project. Just do your van.
I found it. I found a Tamiya kit of it. So it's on the list. That's why I mentioned Starbug earlier as well. I've got a couple of bigger kits I'd really like to have a go at. You'll see a couple of hippies stumbling out of the van. Yeah, hyped about Warhammer Quest. Yes, I'm looking forward to what the new Warhammer Quest is as well. Actually, so maybe we'll chat about that one.
They revealed the most boring model though.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see a few more minis from it soon, right? And we can have a chat about it and get hyped for that. And then last one was this beauty by Rusted Pigeon. Check this out. Whoa.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
yeah.
Was that like a D7 or something?
Just some big lorry with a bulldozer on it. Yeah.
There's a... Oh, yeah, that's nice. There's a like a slight tangent. There's a YouTube channel I found of this Australian guy who basically is like a machine shopist for all of these like big like mining machine equipment stuff. And he was repairing one of the dozer blades on this last week. And it's like a 2-hour video of him just fixing it. I was just like, put that on, job done.
That sounds excellent. I love a good restoration video. But this, I have to do something like this. I have to.
There's the Tamiya Dragon Wagon kit, which is you would love that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sort of brings it very briefly. I said I was going to mention. So the YouTube channel is going to be changing slightly going forwards to featuring more sort of multi-part projects and stuff. And what I would like to launch as the next, or the first way of starting this, is I'm going to be doing the Super Heavy Challenge. So over about 5 or 6 weeks, sort of every other week or every other video, I will be doing the Fellblade, the new Heresy Fellblade miniature. And I'm going to be sort of painting it up, inspired by that sort of military modelling style. Inspired by, but not necessarily, following it to the letter and stuff. And exploring a few more of the techniques and all of that. And I would love for people to come along and join in. Basically, you don't have to do a Fellblade, you don't have to do the scheme I'm going to do, and I will do a Discord channel for it as well, where I will be for the duration. Where if you'd like a little bit of feedback or questions, I'm more than happy to jump in there and help with it. It won't be like full on lessons or anything like that, but it will be a collaborative project. And then when it's finished, sort of towards the end of November, I would love to do an episode where we look through what's been done and just have a chat about them and just get excited about big, old, super heavy things and how cool they look. And I want to see what it's like, really. I want to see if there's an appetite for it and people enjoy it. But I certainly have a desire to do it, and it's the only way it's getting done. So there we go. Someone used the Dragon Wagon for Guard vehicles. Yeah, long time ago. We featured it actually.
Kevin Downey, the best vehicle ever in GD.
It was awesome. So hopefully, if you guys fancy the Super Heavy challenge, jump on. But I will talk about it more in this week's YouTube video, and I will obviously do a video about the first one. So it'll be build video, and then 2 paint videos, and then we'll do a recap on it. So yeah, we'll see. Right. Any questions from you guys? Anything else you guys wanted to cover?
When's the submission date-ish for the Super Heavy?
So it will be, I'll need to work back from it, because obviously things are a little bit moved around at the moment with the Kickstarter and all that. But it will be, well, let's get a calendar up.
You want it so they can go into the MPO? When's the MPO?
I mean, I said to you, didn't I? It'd be fun if people could enter it in the MPO. But we will, regardless of that, we will do it as its own thing. But, the 30th is a Sunday. So if we do the final video, what are we on now? Doing it live, right? So next week we'll get the first video. Yeah, we can shoot for the last week of November, I reckon. Work back from that. We'll figure it out. But yeah, it'd be lovely if you can enter into to MPO as well.
Just thinking I might be able to join in, that's all.
That'd be great. Well, I think you'll like it. It's going to be Red Scorpions, so I think you'll enjoy the scheme.
Well, I was going to say I could do my Minotaur, which I'm
Yeah.
clucking to do for years. So
yeah, that'd be awesome. But I think this first one I want to do GW kit using GW stuff and bits and bobs you might find around the house that you can use to make some alterations to the tanks. Yeah. And then I would love to do a few a year, and perhaps we look at some of them where we go more deeply into the sort of micro detailing, where we look at what kits we can use from other manufacturers. We look at using brass etch, we look at using things like that. But it's I don't want to try and just throw it all into one video. So I thought, let's take the Fellblade new tank. We'll do a few little tweaks to customize it to yourself. Easy to do. And then we'll really focus in on painting the armor itself, focusing on a little bit of weathering, and then focusing on things like exhausts and tracks. It will be in a way similar to the tank class I've run for the last nearly 10 years. There'll be lots of elements of that, but just be condensed, obviously, into a few, probably 40 to 50 minute videos on YouTube.
Red Scorpions as well.
Have they released another new Fellblade?
Yeah.
It's not another new. They've released a plastic version of the resin Fellblade tank.
Right.
It's quite different looking at the two kits.
The doors.
I don't think better or worse, but it's noticeably different. There was something in my mind I was going to do to it, and then I actually got the kit and I was like, oh, that bit's completely different to what it is on the resin one. I can't do that now.
Yeah, Matt, you must know the famous heavy bolters where the ammo goes through the heavy bolter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know they
paste CAD file.
I didn't know they'd released the plastic version of it.
But also, it doesn't have to be a Fellblade by any means. I have one, and I thought it would be fun to do it. I've never done a Fellblade either, so I want to have some fun. And say a lot of the marine stuff you see from me over the next sort of 18 months is going to be Badab themed. So lots of chatting with various people, and we settled on Red Scorpions because it will allow me to do grey as most of the armour, but then it'll allow me to show some pre-shading sections using the yellow. And my buddy
And they're
Nick,
just the best.
they are really good. My buddy Nick's also sent me some really good decals to use as well. Some larger ones that will work well on the vehicles.
Nice.
Full episode on getting rid of the seams on the barrels. Well, just use brass tube or 7 gallons of Tamiya extra thin. Oh, very exciting news. Firstly, thanks Rob for sending me my Tamiya extra thin mug. Very happy with that. And also, I noticed I was ordering some bits the other day from Jadlam. Tamiya extra thin odor free coming out, or low odor coming out.
Well, I don't want that.
So let's see. Let's get
What
involved.
about extra odor? Have they done
Extra odor? Well, that's what my room is normally like. It's
I just sniff my
just
Mr.
clears you right out.
My Mr. Hobby leveler and have a whiff of that when I'm struggling with painting.
That's
I'm
it.
like,
When I ran out of Vicks last week, yeah, get the Mr. Hobby out. So last very quickly thing I wanted to mention, our buddy Steve, who works at one of our favourite UK hobby shops, Incom Gaming in Cheltenham, where we run lots and lots of our classes. This is Steve with a load of his mates at the recent Blood Bowl World Championships thing. They did very, very well, so congrats on that one, boys. Steve asked if I wouldn't mind posting a link in the description to a charity thing he's doing. He's doing like a ton of marathons in aid of some a dementia charity, and obviously absolutely happy to stick that down in there, guys. So go and give that a click if that's something you are interested in. Now, next few weeks from us, lots and lots to do with paint. You'll have Andy's recap on his GD project, and as I say, I will be launching into, after I've done this little old school fantasy board and my gaming weekend, I'll be launching into the Super Heavy Challenge. But if there is anything you'd like us guys to talk about or feature on the podcast or in tutorials or whatever, do let us know in the comments. We really appreciate it. You can jump on in the Discord, talk to us. There's a suggestions channel in there as well, where you can get hold of us. Or say sub on Twitch and you can watch these live and ask us the questions as we're actually going. Anything else you guys would like to have a chat about?
Nope. Wish me luck.
Huge luck to both of you. Obviously, I've talked to you both before Monty, I'm sure.
That's got ages.
Yeah, it's going to be.
I've got so much time.
It's going to be great, Spiel, mate. I'm really chuffed for you. I think the piece looks fab. I think people will get a real kick out of it. Make sure you go over and say hello. Lovely to record again. Hopefully not too long before the next one. Andy and I will be back recording more regularly anyway, but we will get Matt whenever we're able to, which he might be about to get made redundant, so we might get in loads, which is great.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Matt, great for us. Woohoo!
Start working at Macca's.
We just need to make MPO some colossal global behemoth, and then we can just work at MPO all year, right?
Well, I'm doing my best to win the lottery, so
good lad.
Oh, well done, mate.
There's that. They keep denying me, even though I've asked them not to. So
just work harder, mate. That's it, right? That's
buy more tickets.
Yeah, that'll be good. All right, guys. Thanks very much for jumping on the stream. Those of you in the chat, thanks for watching this back, guys. If you have made it this far, remember likes, subscribes, comments, shares, all of that make an enormous difference, especially when we're pretty useless at promoting ourselves. So we do rely on you lot for all of it. We wouldn't be doing any of it without you guys here and over on Patreon. You're all awesome. Have a great hobby week, and you'll see lots from us over the next couple of weeks. So I'm sure we'll be sick of it. So take care, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.